Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel CCNA Day 10. I am Muhammad Ayub. I am your trainer for this entire series. So guys, in the CCNA Day 10 we are going to see the interval and routing. So coming to the notes. So far we have configured in the previous videos trunking. So we see what is trunk and why we configure the trunking. So now our practical is interval and routing. So first we'll read the theory. What is interval and routing? It is the process of forwarding network traffic from one VLAN to another VLAN. The second point is layer 3 device is required for the inter-VLAN routing, router or multi-layer switch. Each VLAN should be configured in a different network. These are conditions for inter-VLAN routing, guys. These are points to make sure our practical based on this points only. The fourth point is the switch port access to the router must be configured as trunk. The physical interface of the router should not have any IP addresses. And the sixth point is one sub interface for each VLAN should be configured on the physical interface. And the seventh point is router on a CCNA type of router configured in which a single physical interface router routes traffic between multiple VLANs. So now we are going to do a practical. So this is our syntax to do the inter VLAN routing. Okay. So this is the diagram for inter VLAN routing. So based on this diagram only, we are going to configure our today's practical. Okay. So moving to the practical. So we'll take this only. Configuration of inter VLAN routing. We need only one branch. I mean, we need only one switch and one router for this practical. We no need to for other switches. For this, we are going to remove this LAN network. And also we need one router also. We'll take 1800 series of the router. And we have to give the physical connectivity also. From router to switch, we are going to take a straight cable. FA0 slash 0, then FA0 slash 3. Okay, see the diagram. From port number 3 we are going to configure to the router, and 1 and 2 we are going to configure VLAN 10 for sales, and the port number 4 and 5 we are going to configure the VLAN 20 for marketing. So for port number 3 we are going to configure the trunk. So and we have to give the IP addresses based on our diagram. See the diagram. In the LAN Our system number 1 and 2, the IP address is 1.1, 198 1.1, and gateway is 198 1.100. So like this only we are going to give the IP address to the systems into the LAN. 192.168 1.1 and the gateway is 1.100. Make sure guys you have to make a practical based on our diagram or notes only, so that you will get the proper output. Okay. Then in the system 2, 1.2, IP address is 1.2 and the gateway is 1.100. And our second VLAN 20 LAN systems, what is the IP address? 10.0.0.1 and 10.0.0.2 and the gateway is 10.0.0.100. Okay, so we'll give the IP address to the port number 4 and 5. Port number 4 and 5 we are going to configure. This has been selected as 5 and 6, so don't worry. We'll give IP address first. 10.0.0.1 then gateway is 10.0.0.100. Okay, and the second IP is 10.0.0.2 and the gateway is 10.0.0.100. Clear? So here we have selected port number 1 and 2 for sales VLAN 10 and 5 and 6 for marketing. Four and 5 will take as per diagram only, so that you will not get confused. Okay, 4 and 5 we will take. Okay, this will come under 4, this will come under 5. Firstly, we have given IP address into the LAN systems. Now then our second step is to configure the switch based on our diagram. So firstly we are going to configure the switch based on our diagram. So go to the switch and enable subnet, enable show VLAN. So VLAN 10 is okay. It is based on our diagram only. Port number 1 and 2. We have to change marketing from 5.6 to 4.5. Okay. So for that, we need to firstly remove the port numbers 4 and port number 5 and 6 from the VLAN 20. Then we'll give port number 4 and 5 to the VLAN. Sorry, to the marketing. VLAN 20 to the marketing. Config T interface fast Ethernet 0/5. Enter. Switch port mode access. So what is the command to reverse the port into the VLAN 1? So this is the command. Switch port mode access. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 1. We are moving this port to the VLAN 1. Okay. Then enter. Then exit. Then interface fast Ethernet 0/6. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 1. Exit. Exit. show VLAN. See this guys, we have port number 5 and 6 given to the VLAN 1, okay, from VLAN 20. Now we are going to port number 4 and 5 to the VLAN 20. Clear? Config T interface pass Ethernet 0/4 switch port mode access VLAN 20 for marketing exit, then interface pass Ethernet 0/5 enter switch port access VLAN 20 for marketing, then no shutdown exit show VLAN. See this guys, now our switch configuration is based on our diagram only. Port number 1 and 2 we are going to the giving port number 1 2 to the sale and port number 4 and 5 to the marketing. See this diagram, port number 1 and 2 for the sales VLAN 10 and port number 4 and 5 for the VLAN 20 for the marketing. So and also we have to configure trunk to the port number 3. So we'll check the trunk is the switch. Previously it was configured for port number 24. Show interface trunk. So we don't have any trunk configured into the switch. So now we have to configure the trunk to port number 3, as we have connected port number 3 from router to switch. Config T interface pass Ethernet 0/3 enter switch port mode access switch port mode trunk. What is the command to configure the trunk? Switch port mode trunk, then switch port trunk allow VLAN all exit. Switch port trunk allow VLAN all then exit. But here is our forwarding of network traffic from one VLAN to another. That it was required for inter-VLAN routing or multiple usage. Each VLAN should be configured as a different network. The switch port connect to the router must be configured as trunk. Okay. The physical interface of the router should be not have an IP address. Okay. One sub interface for each VLAN should be configured on the physical interface. Okay. So now till now our configuration has correct. So we are going to configure the router. So this is our syntax to configure our today's practical. Firstly, we have to open our port from shutdown to no shutdown. Then we have to configure this two interfaces, virtual interfaces. Okay. Before that, I just want to show you the VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. See this guys, if you are going to configure the VLAN 22 from VLAN 10, it will not ping. See this 10.192.168 0. This system IP address 192.168 1.2. When we are going to ping, it will not ping. Because we have not configured our inter-VLAN routing. When we have configured our inter-VLAN routing, it will start communicating with the system. Clear? So now we are going to start our practicals. Enable show running config. Firstly, check the running config of the router. And there is no any IP address for interface FS0 and FS01. And interface VLAN also we don't have anything. Okay. Okay, config t, what is the version task? Interface fast ethernet 0/0, enter. Then no IP address, then no shutdown. No IP address, then no shutdown to enable the port, then exit. Why we are giving no IP address to the FA0? Why? Because as per our point we are going to do this. See this, the physical interface of the router should not have any IP address, so that's why we are not giving any IP address to the physical interface. Then what we have to configure? See this, the 6 point, one sub interface for each VLAN should be configured on the physical interface. That means for an FA0/0 we are going to give a virtual IP address to the both the interfaces. I will show you the practical how it will look. See this, interface fast standard 0/0.1. That means we are going to give the virtual IP address to the FA0. We are giving, actually we are giving two virtual IP address. One is for 192.168.1.100 and another virtual IP address for 10.0.0.100, because we have two different network in the LAN, so that's why giving two different IP addresses, virtual interfaces. Okay, so we'll configure interface fast ethernet 0/0.1, enter. See this guy, this port has been changed status to up. Okay, encapsulation HDLC, sorry, encapsulation dot 1q will use here, dot 1q for 10 for sales. See this, dot 1q 10 for sales for VLAN 10, and dot 1q 20 for marketing for VLAN 20. Clear? 10 enter, that is for sale. Then IP address 192.168.1.100, then subnet mask 255.255.255.0, enter. Then no shutdown to enable the port, then exit. Then interface fast ethernet 0/0.2, that is our second virtual IP address, enter. Here this is the second interface we are configuring. Encapsulation dot 1q dot 1q 24 marketing. Okay, IP address 10.0.0.100, then subnet mask to 55.0.0.0, enter. Then no shutdown, then exit. To check the configuration, what is this command? Show running config. So running config. See these guys, instead of we are taking fast ethernet /0/0, we are taking virtual interface of the /0.1, and same to the fast ethernet we are taking only port FA0/0 only. In that we are going to configure the two virtual IP addresses. See this, interface 0/1, we don't have any IP addresses. Into the interface 0/0 we have configured the two virtual IP addresses. One is 0/0.1 and second is 0/0.2. Clear? So let's see whether it's communicating or not from VLAN 20 to VLAN 10. We are going to ping from VLAN 10, that is system 1 and system 2. Ping, what is the IP address of VLAN 10? 192.168.1.100. Sorry, 1.1. Ping 192.168.1.1. Wait for the reply. See this, guys. Our class has been completed. 1.2. Before configuration, it was not replying. Now it is replying from VLAN 10. And when we are going to ping from VLAN 10 to VLAN 20, it will also ping. So we'll open the system and we are going to ping to the VLAN 20 system 1. That is 10.0.0.1 and 10.0.0.2. This one, 10.0.0.1 and 10.0.0.2. Ping 10.0.0.1, then 10.0.0.2 is communicating, right? So now our class has been completed. So this is the practical how you have to configure the inter VLAN routing. Why we are configuring inter VLAN routing means in the same LAN we have two different VLANs, that is VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. To enable the communication between the two different VLANs, we need to configure the inter VLAN routing into the router. Clear? So today we have completed our class. So please guys, like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thanks for watching, guys.